Where was the first annual session of the Muslim League held in 1907? Correct option B. Karachi. Explanation: the first formal session took place in Karachi, where the party's constitution was finalized, reinforcing the nationwide reach of the new political party. Question 72. The Minto-Morley reforms are also known as. Correct option C. Indian Councils Act 1909. Explanation: these reforms were the first to officially recognize the separate political identity of Muslims, expanding legislative councils and giving Indians more influence in governance. Question 73. Separate electorates for Muslims were officially granted in. Correct option C. 1909. Explanation: the 1909 reforms fulfilled the primary demand of the Simla deputation, allowing Muslims to elect their own representatives, a massive victory for the Muslim League. Question 74. Who was the first secretary of the All India Muslim League? Correct option B. Nawab Vikar Mulk. Explanation: Nawab Vikar Mulk was a towering figure of the Aligarh movement and served as the first secretary of the League, organizing its administrative structure. Question 75. The London branch of the Muslim League was established in 1908 by. Correct option C. Syed Amir Ali. Explanation: Justice Amir Ali founded the London branch to ensure the Muslim perspective reached the British Parliament directly, playing a crucial role in lobbying for reforms. Question 76. Which city was the permanent headquarters of the Muslim League until 1910? Correct option B. Aligarh. Explanation: it was initially headquartered in Aligarh to maintain contact with the heart of the Muslim intellectual movement before moving to Lucknow in 1910. Question 77. The two-nation theory implies that. Correct option C. Hindus and Muslims are two distinct nations by culture and religion. Explanation: this theory argues that Muslims and Hindus possess different social, cultural, and religious values that make them two separate nations, justifying the creation of Pakistan. Question 78. Who founded the Anjumani Islamiyya in Bengal in 1855? Correct option B. Nawab Abdul Latif. Explanation: Nawab Abdul Latif was a pioneer of Muslim modernization in Bengal. He is often called the Sir Syed of Bengal for his educational reforms. Question 79. In which year did the British abolish the doctrine of lapse? Correct option B. 1858. Explanation: the Queen's Proclamation of 1858 officially ended the practice of annexing states when a ruler died without a male heir to regain the trust of Indian princes. Question 80. The first session of the Mohammedan Educational Conference was held in. Correct option B. 1886. Explanation: Sir Syed founded this conference to provide a common platform for Muslims to discuss educational issues, acting as a think tank for Muslim strategy for 2 decades. Question 81. Who is known as the poet of the East, Sherry Mashriq? Correct option C. Allama Muhammad Iqbal. Explanation: Iqbal's philosophy began to influence Muslim youth in the early 1900s. He later provided the intellectual vision for an independent Muslim state in India. Question 82. The Mayo College, Aligarh, was upgraded to a university in. Correct option C. 1920. Explanation: it became Aligarh Muslim University, AMU, in 1920 after a long-standing demand by the Muslim community, fulfilling Sir Syed's ultimate dream. Question 83. Which book was written by Sir Syed to defend the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, against European critics? Correct option B. Khutbat Ahmadiyya. Explanation: written during his stay in London, it was a scholarly response to William Muir's critical book. It remains a respected work of Islamic scholarship. Question 84. The Arya Samaj movement, founded 1875, aimed at. Correct option B. Shuddhi, converting non-Hindus to Hinduism. Explanation: this movement advocated for the reconversion of Muslims to Hinduism, leading Muslims to realize the need for a separate political platform for protection. Question 85. Nawab Mohsin ul Mulk's real name was. Correct option B. Syed Mehdi Ali. Explanation: Syed Mehdi Ali was his birth name. Mohsin ul Mulk was an honorary title. He was a brilliant administrator and the primary successor to Sir Syed's legacy. Question 86. Nawab Vikar ul Mulk's real name was. Correct option B. Mushtaq Hussain. Explanation: Mushtaq Hussain served as a pillar of the Aligarh movement and was the secretary of Mayo College, known for his firm principles and political foresight. Question 87. The Urdu Defense Association was formed in 1900 by. Correct option, B. Nawab Mohsin ul Mulk. Explanation: it was formed to protest the decision to give Hindi equal status with Urdu, mobilizing Muslims across North India and highlighting cultural vulnerability. Question 88. Which British educational document is called the Magna Carta of English Education in India? Correct option, C. Wood's Dispatch, 1854. Explanation: Wood's Dispatch laid the foundation of the modern educational system, including the establishment of universities and the use of English as a medium. Question 89. The Anjuman-e Islamiyya of London was the first. Correct option, C. Muslim organization in Britain, 1886. Explanation: it represented the views of Indian Muslims to the British public and government, an early effort to build international awareness of the Muslim situation. Question 90. Who is the author of Hayat-e-Jawan, a biography of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan? Correct option, B. Maulana Altaf Hussain Hali. Explanation: Hali wrote this book to preserve the life and work of his mentor, Sir Syed. It remains the most authoritative biography of the Aligarh movement. Question 91. In the 1857 war, the ruler of Gwalior remained. Correct option, B. Loyal to the British. Explanation: many princely states helped the British, which was a major reason for the revolt's failure. The British later rewarded these states by guaranteeing their sovereignty. Question 92. The Young India newspaper was associated with. Correct option, C. Mahatma Gandhi. Explanation: it was a weekly journal in English published by Gandhi to spread his political ideas of non-violence and self-rule to the masses. Question 93. The All India Muslim League was born at the residence of. Correct option, C. Nawab Salimullah Khan of Dhaka. Explanation: the foundation meeting took place at San Manzil, the palace of the Nawab of Dhaka, who was the primary host of the 1906 conference. Question 94. Which city hosted the 1906 Mohammedan Educational Conference? Correct option, C. Dhaka. Explanation: this specific session in Dhaka transitioned the Aligarh movement from an educational to a political phase, resulting in the Muslim League. Question 95. The Simla deputation consisted of how many Muslim leaders? Correct option, C. 35. Explanation: the group of 35 leaders represented all provinces and backgrounds. Their unity forced the British to take Muslim political claims seriously. Question 96. The Vande Mataram song was taken from which novel? Correct option, B. Anandamath. Explanation: written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, the song became a source of communal tension as Muslims found its imagery and context objectionable. Question 97. In 1888, Sir Syed was awarded which title by the British? Knight Commander of the Star of India, KCSI. Explanation: this title was a recognition of his services to education and improved British-Muslim relations, officially formalizing his status as Sir Syed. Question 98. Who founded the Darul Uloom Deoband? Maulana Qasim Nanotavi. Explanation: it was founded in 1866 as a reaction to British westernization and to preserve Islamic heritage, becoming a world-renowned center for theology. Question 99. The first session of the Indian National Congress, 1885, was held in. Correct option, B. Bombay. Explanation: it was held in Bombay with 72 delegates from across India, marking the formal beginning of modern political organization in the subcontinent. Question 100. The concept of separation of powers in Indian administration was first introduced by. Correct option, C. Indian Councils Act 1861. Explanation: the 1861 Act introduced the portfolio system, which divided government departments among council members, the origin of the modern cabinet system.